and girls, it's the moment you've all been waiting for. The launch of our new approach to WSO Enrichment. We are ensuring that our enrichment values remain strong. The enrichment values of student ownership, curiosity, collaboration, enterprising learning experiences, creativity, and most importantly, student enjoyment.
We are really excited to launch our WSO Enrichment website. So in order to access it, we simply click on the link. There we go. And it will load up like this. So this is the first page you will come to. If you're in Key Stage 2, you can click on the Key Stage 2 button. If you're in Key Stage 1 or FS, you'll click on the FS and Key Stage 1 button. They're also available at the top, so you can access them at any point if you want to get back. So once we click on the Key Stage 2 button, it will take us to our Key Stage 2 area. And you can see that all of your workshops have been divided into 3 categories. Those that are concerned and developing creativity, those that are developing our action, so the physical enrichments, and those that are developing our ability to perform service and contribute to citizenship and society. So if I want to go to the creativity enrichment, I would click on Let's Go just below the creativity section. Now from here, I can access all of the creativity enrichments, and I can click on the download enrichment menu to see what resources I will need and to be able to look through all of the possible options. So all of the enrichments are listed in the menu, and if you look down the right hand side, you can see all of the resources that are needed too. So you can plan ahead and make sure you have the resources you need for the enrichment. Let's scroll down. Now, many of you have already had a go at the portrait enrichment, but you might decide you want to do creative problem solving by Miss Quirk. And so you can see that if you go down, all of our courses are available too. And these are progressive enrichments. The idea here is rather than you just have one video that you watch and then you try something, that you can develop deeper skill by following a progressive course. And so if I want to do Miss Quirk's Creative Thinker, I can select and it will play. Now in my room, I will want to make sure that I'm wearing my earphones so I'm not disturbing anyone else, and I can really concentrate on the information in the enrichment. I also need to make sure that I've checked I've got all the resources I need for that enrichment. It's really important that you pay attention in the enrichments to the way that you are developing your competencies. And you pay attention to the model and the I can statements that the teacher is using to support you. Because your teacher will regularly, your class teacher will regularly work with you and be a learning coach with you to support you in reflecting on how you are developing as a learner. And they'll do that by using this student profile. Okay, you need to insert your picture here and your name in this bottom section. And then every time you complete an enrichment, you need to put the enrichment title in these boxes. So if I complete the creativity enrichment creative thinkers, I would enter that here and keep a log of that. And then I can go through and I can keep a log of how I'm developing within my competence. So in term 1, I would update the blue. So right clicking on it, and then I'm going to put edit data. So how do I think my creativity is in term 1? Well, here it comes. So in term 1, creativity, I'm going to put it at a 7. Okay, and then, so if in term 2, I should see that my creativity develops and maybe it goes up to an 8 or a 9. There we go. So it allows me to see where I need to put more effort. So I would need to look at developing my communication based on this chart, because that's the one that is lowest. It doesn't mean that all the enrichments that I do should be based around communication, but sometimes I need to move towards communication, and I need to challenge myself in that area in order to develop. And again, we can look at it in even more detail. So we know that the creative profile, the creative model is broken into 4 stages: inspiration, exploration, evaluation, and representation. And these are all here. So you might be able to grade yourself using the right click again, edit data on each of those. So in term 1, I might say at the inspiration level, after looking at the I can statements, I'm based at a 3. Exploration, I would say I am quite good at that, so I'm going to go for a 6 to start off with. Obviously, if I put a 10, which is the sort of top score, then there's not really much room for development. So try not to use a 10 in term 1. Think about there's always some room for development. And only when we've mastered every I can statement within that section should we be thinking about putting a 10. The evaluation, I think probably a 5, about halfway. And then representation, I would say a 4. Sometimes my representation doesn't quite reflect everything I've learned. So I will be updating this student profile throughout the term, and I will be having regular learner coach meetings with my teacher during the enrichment sessions in small groups to really focus on how I'm learning and how I can transfer this learning into other areas of the curriculum.
And finally, we think there are lots of reasons for you to be proud of what you achieved during enrichment. And so we want you to have the chance to exhibit your outcomes. And so please do take some time to use the Padlet page, which you can find by scrolling down to the bottom of the website, and upload your enrichment outcomes there. Also, each enrichment workshop will finish with a QR code to the Padlet page. I know that I'm really looking forward to seeing what you're able to produce, as is everyone who is a member of our WSO school community. So we hope you really enjoy our new approach to WSO enrichment.